How's it going, guys? Grimsie42 here, and I have got the stuff that I recently picked up from a convention that I just went to called the Retro Exchange Cleveland. I got some pretty sick stuff, and I think you guys are really going to enjoy this, so check it out. Alright guys, like I said, this is predominantly the stuff that I got this past weekend at the Retro Exchange Cleveland, which was held in Cleveland, Ohio. I do apologize in advance if I'm still a little nasally. I really wanted to record this as soon as I got back, but I got hit with a pretty nasty cold, and I'm finally to the point where I almost sound myself. I'm still getting heckled at work. They're still saying I don't sound right, kind of like my nose is plugged or whatever, but I at least can breathe, so I figured I would get this to you guys before the next strand of cold comes through. Anyways, I got a lot of really cool stuff, so in no particular order I will get started, and just to give you guys kind of a preemptive on my main intention while I was there, I was really on the lookout for Wii U games. I'm at the 80-90 range right now, and as of last that I checked, there's about 140 Wii U games that have been released so far. So, getting pretty close, about 50 more to go until I've got a full Wii U set, and then obviously more games are going to trickle out, but it'll be pretty cool to be completely caught up for once. But anyways guys, let's jump into these pickups. The first one I got is the last of the, I guess, trilogy that I needed to have all three, and it's Cruisin' World. This one was only $5. The seller wanted $7, but I was able to get it for $5, so very, very happy to get this. I think I'll talk about a pile of 3 games that I got at this next booth. They weren't super cheap, but at the same time I was not complaining. These are games that I was looking for a while, 2 that I was looking for a while, and 1 that I never even knew existed. So the first one that I looked at and wound up getting for $10 is called Photo Showdown. It's kind of like spelled weird, like F-O-T-O. And if you guys notice, this says only plays on DSi. So, little known fact, there, if I'm not mistaken, is only 3 games for the DSi, exclusives rather, and I already had one of them. I think it's called like Fatal Flaw or something like that. This made number 2. And ironically, right underneath it, unfortunately not in the best condition, but still complete, is Picture Perfect Hair Salon, and again, this is a DSi exclusive. This one here is very, very hard to find. I think there's only like 1 up currently on eBay. So I'm going to have to clean it a little, like I said, but I'm not mistaken, though. I have a complete DSi set. There may be a 4th one I'm not aware of, but I'm pretty sure there were only the 3. So even though it's kind of cheating, only 3 games, it's cool to have another complete set for a system. Alright, the next 2 items I'm going to show you, I picked up in a bundle. I got these for $32. The first one is just a box, but it's a box for a Nintendo game, so that's always a good thing. And it's the Space Shuttle Project, and it's pretty damn clean, so really happy to get this. The next one is something that I saw recently at a trip out of town that I took, and I think it was like $30 or $40, and I really wanted to get it, but I wasn't sure on the price. I knew it was uncommon because it had been the first time I've ever seen it. And I didn't wind up picking it up, and I was kicking myself for it. I really, really regretted it. And who'd have thought I see it at the convention for, I think they had 24 on it, but again, I bundled it with that and got it for 32. And it's a complete copy of Marvel Land. And this is a really interesting looking, bright yellow case. This is a Namco title, and complete and in really good shape. I'm told it's not the greatest game in the world, but it looks pretty interesting, so I'm definitely excited to check it out. So, definitely really happy to get this. I've been trying to, I guess, beef up the quality and quantity of my Genesis collection recently. I've got about 200 or so Genesis games, and most are complete in box, but it just, I've got like the Mushas and the Grindstormer, the Senti, stuff like that, Mega Turrican, but there's still a lot of quality, especially renovation Sega titles that I'm missing, so I've really been trying to step my game up in that system, if you will. Okay, the next item I'm going to show you, I kind of forgot to show you. It was the 3rd of the 3 items that I got from that one seller. It's an Xseed title. It's called The Skycrawlers Innocent Aces, powered by Project Aces. And this is a pretty cool game from what I could tell. And the other thing that's really cool about it is that it's got one of these cool reversible covers. So I will go ahead and put this back after the video so you guys don't have to sit here and watch me fumble with it. So I'll just stick it on a shelf for now. But pretty cool. It's one of the few titles that had a reversible cover. Next, I will show you the lone Wii U game I was able to pick up at the actual show. I will have more Wii U to show you in this video, though. This one here is Rapella, or as I call it, Crapella Pro Bass Fishing. And I'm not the biggest fan of fishing. I don't eat seafood at all, like not anything, not fish sticks, not lobster, not squid, nothing. And I've tried it all. It's not for me. I'm a meat and potatoes kind of guy. But so, since I don't eat fish, I don't really like to fish. Anyways, Crapella Bass Fishing. One off the list. This next one here, I actually picked up after the convention on the way back in Erie, Pennsylvania, which was kind of, I guess, pretty much right on the route of getting home. We were able to, my buddy Brian and I, who came with me, we were able to get, I'm kind of fixing the cover as I talk here, so I'm kind of half confused. Only half. Anyways, we're able to stop at a few stores in Erie before they closed, but we really caught like the end of it. Like we got there at like 7 or 8 o'clock at night. So anyways, this is one I had been looking for, and GameStop, for whatever reason, still wants over $20 for it. So I picked this up because it was under 10. It's ESPN Sports Connection, and it's kind of a crappy game from what I hear. It got reviewed 2 out of 10 from what I saw, but still really cool to get this because I've been trying to track it down for a good price, and I think it was like $8, $8 or $9. While I was there at that same area in Erie, PA, I went to another store and picked up 3 more games. These were $8 and $2.50 and $2.50. I'll show you the $8 one first. It's the shorter cased version of Street Fighter Alpha Warrior's Dreams. And anyone who didn't know, this was, if I'm not mistaken, a long box title. I think it came in a cardboard case. So this was a later release. It's actually got the Fighter's Edge advertisement on it. So I'm pretty sure this is kind of uncommon. So if anyone knows whether or not that's the case, let me know. I'm pretty sure it is though. And these next 2 I just picked up because they were $2.50 a piece and games I didn't have, plus in good shape. First one is Tunnel B1, and the next one is Total Eclipse Turbo. So 2 more PS1 titles out of the way. Slowly getting up there. I've passed 200 for PS1. I think I'm about 210 at this point, so very, very far away to go if I decide to go for complete. But little by little, I pick the cheap ones up when I can just to kind of beef up the library. And then if it comes to a point where I decide to go for complete, I'll have a lot of that out of the way. Jumping back to the convention, I'm all screwed up here. It's part of the sickness, guys. But this is something I was super, super excited to pick up. I got this for $10. The seller wanted $15 and they did $10. And it's good and it's bad. It's Thunder Force 5 Perfect System, and as you can see, it's got that kind of holographic cover. It's a Working Designs and Spaz collaboration. The problem, unfortunately, is that for that $10, it is the case and manual only, so no disc. So if anyone randomly has the disc for this, I would be very, very interested in it. So please hit me up if you do. I'll be peeking out on eBay in the meantime trying to complete this. The next one came in this crappy beat-up case here. You can already kind of see what it is. It's the case for Tomba. They had 55 on it, and for the longest time I'd had a case and manual for Tomba. So, lo and behold, I now have a complete one. And the disc is 7 out of 10, I would say. Pretty good. I'll probably, unfortunately, get it resurfaced, even though I don't like to do that. But the fact that I completed this, oh, by the way, it's at 55 and the seller took 40. So basically I got the case for free back in the day. So to complete it for 40 and then have a spare rear jewel art, which I'm sure I can get like $10 for, I thought was a pretty cool deal. So I was very, very happy to get that complete. Next 2 items I'm going to show you guys are actually gifts that somebody gave me. I thought was pretty damn sweet. The first one, he just walked up to me and was like, "Do you want this?" And I said, "Heck yeah, 'cause it's clean." And I don't think I had this version, so NES cleaning kit in box. Cool there. And the next one, this actually has a pretty funny little quirk to it. It's a digital joystick for the Nintendo with the official seal on it called the Python 2. And right here it says, 20 million joysticks sold worldwide. I really, really find that hard to believe, but if they sold 20 million, then I'm surprised this company is still not in business. Alright, a few more items from the convention, and then I'll show you some random other pickups that I got. The first one here is a trade that I did, and curious what you guys think. Did I come out on the better end or the worse end of this trade? Basically, what I gave up for this was a disc only of Bangai-O for Dreamcast, and a really, really rough cartridge for Elemental Master for Genesis. Like, literally 90% of the label was torn. So, those are two uncommon, hard to find games, though. So I thought, you know, definitely giving up some good stuff, even though it was disc only and card only. And what I got in return, though, which I thought was great, is a complete copy of Knuckles Chaotix. And this is actually one of the better games for the 32X. It's got this really cool gimmick where you're, like, holding onto a hoop and there's, like, a rope. And you're attached to another character. So it's pretty cool that you can only go like certain distances and you kind of have to bring the character along with you. So very interesting and cool to get this complete in box. So I was super, super happy to make that trade. I have 3 more items. This next one here, actually, ironically, I had kept my eyes open for the entire show and didn't see. And I brought some of the 4-inch World of Nintendo figures with me with the hopes of selling and trading them. And a gentleman's son actually took interest in some of them. He actually purchased one from me. And I asked him, because he was a fellow vendor, I said, you know, is your son interested in more of these? Maybe we could work out a trade. And he was interested in 2 more. So he took those, and in exchange for it, I actually got the Mass Effect trilogy. And basically I had reservations about getting this because I knew Mass Effect 1 never came out on PS3. And I was under the impression that only 2 and 3 were on discs, and that 3 was, or part 1 rather, was like a DLC download. And especially if you're purchasing it used, obviously that would have been redeemed. But my buddy Johnny picked this up recently, and he told me that all 3 were on disc. So once I heard that, I really, really wanted to grab this. And like I said, I was able to get it for just a trade. So pretty damn sweet. Alright, this next one here, my buddy Adam Nelson, who goes by Gunstar777, I'll link him below, huge Sega fan, so if you guys are into Sega of anything, check him out, he's good at stuff like that. I've been wanting it for a while, and I've been on the lookout for it, and he told me that James Games, who's a big-time vendor, you see him at a lot of shows, crazy collection, he's also got a complete Nintendo set, he actually just got his stadium events like the other day, so congrats to him there. But he had a game that I really, really was looking for called Blood Will Tell. And this is like a $70 game. And I went over and I asked him what he wanted for it. And this is a very, very clean copy. It's even got like the little sticker still on the back. It's in one of these plastic cases. And he gave this to me for $40. So very, very big thank you to James for that. And like I said, there's the sticker. I guess the original owner just put it on the back. So very, very happy to get this. I've been looking for this for a while. It was a Metal Jesus Hidden Gem. And if you guys haven't played this yet, I highly recommend it. It's very cool. Basically, you're missing like all kinds of parts of your body, and you have to go through the game getting them back. So it's very, very cool. Definitely check this out if you guys can find it for a good price. It's been climbing up a lot, though, so it's going to be tough to find. Okay, the last item that I got from the convention, this is something that I had my eyes on for a while. This specific copy, and I've been looking for it for years, like years and years. I got this from my buddy Joe Ross of Cerulean Games, and it's something where he was actually selling it for a friend of his, so it was very difficult for him to get me a good price, but he talked to his friend and was able to get me a very, very fair price, probably about $50 or so, less than what it goes for. And I am now proud to say that I finally own the Working Designs masterpiece, Popful Mail Magical Fantasy Adventure. It's in one of these little outer cases here, but very, very clean copy. Super, super excited to get this. This is a very, very good 2D action platformer. It's got like 20 minutes of animated cutscenes in it, but something that I'm super happy to get. I'm only missing 2 more Working Designs titles for Sega CD. I'm missing both the Lunars. And then for the Saturn, I'm just missing Sega Ages. So getting very close to those Working Design sets. So very excited going forward. Alright, the rest of the stuff I'm going to show you guys is Wii U. The first item I picked up, I believe, is brand new, but it was sold as used. And I got this at an exchange in Erie, PA. This was $10. And even though this is absolutely not my type of game, to get a big box with a game I didn't have and all the crap that comes in it for 10 bucks was pretty damn sweet. It's Skylanders Giants, and when I say I think it's new, it's got this sticker right here. I'm pretty sure that's a manufacturer's sticker. It's like really, really cleanly on there. So anyways, I will never open this. I'm not the Skylanders type, but I needed this specific game that came with it, so for 10 bucks I was super happy to get this out of the way. Alright, this next one here I really want to say is an uncommon Wii U game, and I've been having a tough time tracking it down. I finally was able to find it at my actual most local GameStop though, which is really cool. It's Hot Wheels World's Best Driver. Unfortunately, the disc has a few tiny scratches, which I did not think these games would have. I have no Wii U games other than this with a scratch, so that kind of sucks. So I'll be probably keeping an eye out for a cleaner copy, but still, to get it at all is pretty cool because it's really hard to find. At least in my area. It may be common elsewhere. This next one here, unfortunately, is just the case. Basically, they were going to throw it out because a customer went to trade in some games and didn't have the discs, so they just gave me this case. Which is really cool because then if I find a disc only in the future, I can get it for a lot cheaper. It's the combo box for the new Super Mario U and the new Super Luigi U. So like I said, just the case. This game actually didn't come with a manual. And just a quick tip for you guys, the blue case version of this is only available in the bundle that specifically came with the system. They've recently re-released this, but it has a red case similar to Mario Kart 8. This next one was sealed. I got this for about $6 off eBay. It's Just Dance Kids 2014. I bet you guys know this is going to stay sealed. I'm too old and lazy to dance, and if I did decide to dance, it would not be Just Dance Kids. So, all you games are meant to be played, how dare you? I'm sorry, this copy of Just Dance Kids is not getting played. Hate as much as you will, there's just no. Anyways, last game that I got for the week. It's something that I really wanted to get for a while, and it was tough to find. Again, not many in my area, there's a couple, but it's just something where I also didn't really want to pay what GameStop was asking for it. They wanted $20. But I redeemed one of my rewards coupons for $15 off a used game, so I got this for $4. I'll totally pay $4. It's Darksiders 2, and the Wii U version includes bonus content right on the disc, which is super cool because that makes you not have to worry about the DLC codes, and you can purchase it used and have everything it was intended to have. So very cool there. Like I said, I'm in the, I want to say 85 to 90 range for Wii U games. I'll get a specific count for my next video, but really, really focusing on getting that complete, or at least as complete as possible. Something that I'm really, really looking forward to having a set of. So I think a lot of people are starting to do that, though. So it's kind of like I want to get the jump before it becomes too hard to do. Anyways, guys, that's everything I got this week. I really appreciate you watching this. Let me know what some of your pickups have been in the recent week or so. Again, I'm a little out of my element because I'm still getting over this sickness. So I do apologize again for that. And I appreciate you guys watching. Take care.